thanks for whoever created that timer. I forget. It's down in the description though. You can check it out. That's the price of admission is giving a link. You know what that timer is called actually, Kyle?
The no
The Epic Electric Timer, 30 seconds.
electric boogaloo.
Appropriate name. Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Disney Morning Show, here to catch you up on what's going on in the world of Disney. I'm Doobie, co-founder of Laughing Place over there. This is a good buddy Kyle Burbank, our managing editor. How you doing this AM, Kyle?
I'm doing well. Trying to see if things that I'm seeing are new.
Just that very second as I said it, I realized the phrase "this AM" is not something I like. So we will put that out of our vocabulary. Let's say some hellos out there. Hey, Gio. Yes, I know. We were all so shocked that that went up last night. And it does look great. We're going to be talking about that in just a moment. Good morning, Rebecca. I know who you are. Hello, Austin. Thanks for joining us. I know who you are. I've seen you before. And Rich Ostry, always great to have you here as well. I feel like it used to be when we do this show, every now and then we'd have someone from MEI on here. So probably should ask this more privately. But Rich, if we wanted to talk to you about some of the stuff that drops in Disney travel, would you be available to join us sometime live? Is that something you would be willing to do? Right. I think that's all. Any big news drop at the 9 a.m., Kyle?
No, there's a little trailer sort of thing that we probably wouldn't watch anyway. I was just seeing if it was new because it looked like an extended version of something that was previously released, and so I didn't know if it was actually newsworthy. And this is my job.
All right. And also your job is to prognosticate on the past by telling us what the stock price is right now. Oh, Kyle, use that crystal ball of yours and tell us how Disney stock is doing today. Yesterday, it was in the $88 range. How are we looking today?
I'm seeing it up.
I feel like you cheated. It is.
No, I was using
89.
my Sean Spencer skills.
Oh, okay. Karnak the Magnificent. $89.26. That is Disney stock today. So, yay. That means if you invested yesterday and then sold right now, you made $1 a share. If you bought like 1 million shares, you're a millionaire now. Congratulations. And Ethan is here too.
Good morning and welcome to the Tuesday edition of the Disney Weather Update. I'm a bit tired today because I come home in the morning light. My mother says, when you gonna live your life right? Oh mama dear, we're not the fortunate ones. And girls, they want to have fun. Oh girls just want to have fun. The phone rings in the middle of the night. My father yells, what you gonna do with your life? Oh daddy dear, you know you're still number one. But girls, they want to have fun. Oh girls just want to have. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will repeat yesterday today, hitting a high of 77 with sunny skies. Just make sure to wear sunscreen. Walt Disney World will be mostly sunny today and, surprisingly, will likely stay dry. Today's high temp will be 94 on paper, which is more like 103 IRL. Definitely Doobie's pick of the day. Castaway Cay will be partly cloudy today and stay just shy of a triple-digit heat index. Disneyland Paris is currently cooling from the mid-70s to the mid-60s, earning it a Kyle pick of the day, or evening. Tokyo will start the day partially overcast and reach a humid high of 86. But storms are expected to roll in the evening and cool things off a bit. Shanghai will be quite toasty tomorrow as the heat index will cross into the 100s by 9 a.m. Their 94-degree high will feel more like 108. Gross. Somehow Hong Kong will actually be cooler than their mainland counterpart with a high of 87 that feels like 99. Scattered thunderstorms are possible in the morning and around lunch, but it should be mostly cloudy afterward. And that's it for a 4-show Tuesday edition of the LP Weather Report. At 11, join Tony and Jeremiah for a Magic Kingdom walk and talk, followed by Barely Necessities at 4 p.m. and DTL at 7:30 p.m., all times Pacific. Bye for now.
I noticed Ethan there did not want to promo what's special about today's Disney Trivia Live. I'm guessing he's having a little jealousy there.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, we will talk about detail a little bit later. I like the way he always picks Doobie's pick of the day is whatever, in some place in Florida that's really hot. We're going to put that to the test this weekend because I'm actually going to be going on a trip to New Orleans for Essence Fest, covering Disney at Essence Fest. They're one of the prime...
People will be experiencing your essence.
They're one of the prime what's the word they use? They just put out a press release. Contributors, sponsors, one of the prime people that helps put on Essence Fest every year. This is the event last year where they announced Tiana's Bayou Adventure would be called Tiana's Bayou Adventure, so we're anxious to see what we find out this year. But I am looking at the 10-day forecast, and Friday 97, Saturday 98, Sunday 99, and that's not.
That's a very dry heat, though, right?
No,
down the bayou.
It is not a dry heat. And in fact, at the top of the weather forecast, it says excessive heat warning. So we're going to find out just how much Doobie likes this heat he always talks about. He's so in love with it. And speaking of Tiana's Bayou Adventure, guess what happened this morning, Kyle?
I'm going to guess they put up the water tower with the tiara.
Let's see if you're right. You know, I really need to log in on Instagram on that profile because I'm not able to actually click anything. So let's do it over here. Click that. Put this on the screen. Check it out. Let's see the suspense. What are we panning to? I don't know. Ah,
Scaffolding.
there it is.
It almost looks like special scaffolding. It kind of
It's kind of pretty. What do you think?
yeah, looks nice. Established
feel
in
like-
1927.
To me, this is the moment where it's gone from Splash Mountain is down to Tiana's Bayou Adventure is now under construction. Splash Mountain is now ancient history.
So you're telling me that this press release they keep sending me that they're like, oh, we did research and it says that Splash Mountain is the most popular ride in Disney World. You're like, well, that's funny because it doesn't exist, but it really can't be.
You're getting that from Disney?
Not from Disney. No. This is like one of those like, I don't know. Every once in a while we get these like stupid research things that sometimes have like there'll be like a ranking of Disney Pixar movies, and then there's a DreamWorks one on there, or one where it's like they tried to rate them based on like customer reviews, and somehow Tokyo Disney Sea was like the 10th best Disney park. I'm like, no, this makes no sense.
So apparently there's stuff on the back as well, which can't really be seen except until you're on the ride. But it says never ever lose sight of what's really important. And it has moss on the tower legs, so nice little detail. If this is an indication of what's coming inside, you know, even more reason to be excited. Tiana's Bayou Adventure coming late next year, right?
2024, yes.
All right. I that was like what I thought, and I'm like, that seems like an awful long way away. But then look at Epcot. So that should have been my clue. Let's see what else big news we've got today.
big ride,
Jeremiah. Huh?
It's a big ride.
The ride's already there.
Yeah, but they have to like do a lot of stuff to it.
Okay, do they? So Jeremiah is at Magic Kingdom today. He will be doing a walk and talk from the park at 11 a.m. this morning. So if you want to see what's going on at Magic Kingdom today, tune in. But I'll give you a preview right now once I find it. How come some tabs have the share this tab button and some don't? It drives me crazy. This, Jeremiah, rope drop today. He said this is what it looked. No, actually, better than rope drop. Early entry. This is what early entry looks like headed towards Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. That's a lot of people. That's what people talk about when they say theme parks are crowded. Do you like a crowded theme park? I love a crowded theme park. No.
You like weird things. No, who wants a crowded theme park? You want it to just be busy enough that everything is open.
I like crowds. In fact, I saw a memory post, Facebook, you posted this. I had one that I saw that said, unpopular opinions, I like crowds. And I'm a big fan of crowds. Not to the point of
You like waiting in line longer.
No, but, I don't do theme parks like most people. So if I don't go on a ride, I don't care. But I love being surrounded by happy people at the parks, having a good time.
He's a man of the people who then takes the VIP entrance.
I didn't mean it. See, that's why I clarified. I do not VIP the parks. I'm not some Club 33 member who just walks on the ride. If the ride's too long to wait, I'll ride it another day. But I like going to the park on those really busy days. I have a good time with that. All right. So TIL, they've like a Hollywood Walk of Fame class.
Yeah, sometimes they announce like several people at once, and sometimes it feels like they just kind of pop up like, oh, this is happening in a week. But yeah, they announced several people that are going to be. We don't have exact dates for them, but we know some of the people that are going to be introduced in 2024, and include some who have like a lot of Disney credits, and some who have, some significant ones. So this is just a smattering of them. But if we want to go through the article, I put at least I didn't list every single Disney credit for every single person, but I put one or two on there.
Oh, you did this article? What a shame. I was going to see if you could give me a Disney credit for these people. But
I could because I did the article, but that's also because, most of them I did off the top of my head.
Okay. Let's see. So, Chadwick Boseman, Kevin Feige, these are big Disney names. Gail Goddard, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Death on the...
Gal Gadot.
Is it not Gamera?
No, she's Wonder Woman for the other studio, but she is in Ralph Breaks the Internet, and she's on Death of the Nile, which is a 20th century film.
Yeah, not as good as its predecessor. Maggie Gyllenhaal, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, right?
Yep, that was a Miramax film back in the day. Sam Rockwell, directed by George Clooney.
So did you...
That one I didn't know off the top of my head. That one I had to look at what Maggie Gyllenhaal had for Disney.
So for every name on here, though, did you have to research to see, do they have a Disney
credit?
Oh,
there's some, I'm not going to figure out all these musicians and stuff, but there were some musicians that have acting credits for Disney, which worked out.
Well, that's cool. Chris Pine, Into the Woods, Christina Ricci, That Darn Cat.
Chris Pine's also going to be in Wish coming up. Yes. So. Christina Ricci, That Darn Cat, the 90s.
The 90s version, of course. Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah, she's got several. I even left one off because I didn't want it just such a long list, but she's in Avatar: The Way of Water, and she is in Disney Plus's American Born Chinese, which you can also see on like YouTube and Hulu and Roku, and it was on ABC.
Hey, let's identify the people in this picture so we can, match them up.
Yeah, so that's Kevin Feige and Chadwick Boseman, Michelle Yeoh, and that is Cheryl Lee Ralph.
So in the category, that was the category of motion pictures, not movies. They call them motion pictures. Talkies, I believe, is what they're called. In the category of television, we have Ken Jeong from Dr. Ken.
He's on Dr. Ken. Yes, I know him better from Community, and he's on everything on Fox Broadcast Network. But he did have an ABC show, so we'll count that.
I would bet the majority of people right now for him say Masked Singer.
Yeah.
Dr. Ken, by the way, a legit doctor. Eugene Levy?
Yeah, he is the one of the hosts of Canada Far and Wide when that's open.
Disney theme park credit. Mario Lopez, Space Mountain. Yes, which I did. That is not the credit you gave him with the Space Mountain commercial. I'm a little disappointed from Disneyland back in the day. Jim Nance, sports announcer.
Yeah, he had a cameo on How I Met Your Mother, which is a Fox-produced show, so that counts. Otherwise, he was a CBS guy, which is why he was on How I Met Your Mother, because that show was on CBS. But yeah, he did not enter the ESPN world, as far as I know.
Cheryl Lee Ralph.
She is on Abbott Elementary.
You said that's who that is in this picture?
Yeah, she won an Emmy for her role on Abbott Elementary.
I did not even recognize her in this picture. I had to look up to see what character she was. I recognize her. She's crying so much with that. What a good show. Michael Schur.
Yeah, he's made a bunch of shows like Parks and Recreation and stuff, but none of them Disney as far as I can tell.
Oh, so you put everyone and then just added a Disney credit if they had one. I thought you only put the Disney people.
Or maybe the person with the byline put all of them, and then I went back and added some Disney credit listings. I felt like I didn't want to leave anyone out because they might have had some, distant Disney plot. I figured we should just celebrate everyone, and then I can just point out some of the things they've done for Disney if they have.
Kerry Washington.
She is on Scandal. I think she's on the Hulu show right now too, but Scandal's obviously the big one.
I am so disappointed that is not the first thing you think of, Rebecca, when you hear Mario Lopez. I mean, in Disney context, obviously, Saved by the Bell, but in the Disney context. Was he on Kids Incorporated? That would be news to me. Gio, do you know?
He was on Saved by the Bell, which is Good Morning Miss Bliss, but he wasn't on Good Morning Miss Bliss, I don't believe.
K-I-D-S. All right, I'm going to go through. And Raul de Molina and Lily Estefan.
Yeah, they're doing a joint ceremony for those two. It looks like they've done a bunch of work in Spanish language television.
In the category of recording, we've got Glenn Ballard, no Disney credit shown. Tony Braxton.
I think he probably, Glenn Ballard probably does, but I just didn't dive into it. Tony Braxton played Belle on Broadway in Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, she certainly did. I remember when that happened. Then we have Aerosmith's replacement, Def Leppard.
Yeah, Pour Some Sugar on Me must appear in some Disney movie, I'm sure. But
I love Pour Some Sugar on Me, that song. Charles Fox.
Yeah.
The bonus Van Halen, Sammy Hagar.
Can't Drive 55.
Oh, he was. He was a background dancer on Kids Incorporated, Mario Lopez. Another TIL, which is rapidly approaching a phrase I hate. Brandy Norwood, Rogers and Hammerstein's Cinderella.
Yeah, that's Brandy. She was on ABC's Queens.
Wait, Brandy Norwood is Brandy?
Yeah.
That's weird. If you just put Brandy, I would have known who it was. Add the Norwood, it messes it all up.
Yeah.
Darius Ruckers, big sports fan.
AKA Hootie,
Hootie.
of Hootie and the Blowfish.
But he's not Hootie, right?
He's not. No one's saying Hootie, but yeah, he's does country music now.
Gwen Stefani?
Yeah, she's an Anaheim native. No, she has a long time. Their big breakthrough album, with no doubt, is called Tragic Kingdom. She's appeared at Disneyland. She got the key to the city of Anaheim at Disneyland, and she's performing. If not this past weekend, she's performing soon at the Honda Center, and part of the proceeds are going to Chalk.
Then, of course, my personal favorite, Dr. Dre, finally getting a star on Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
Just don't ask me my favorite Dr. Dre song. In the category of live theater, live performance, we have Jane Krakowski, Disney's Beauty and the Beast at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah, I thought this was an intro. People probably know her best from like 30 Rock and stuff. But yeah, she's being honored in the theater category. And I saw her. That's the first thing that came to mind for me because I saw her in that role. It was one of those like performances they do where they show the movie, and then when they do the musical numbers, they have people on stage. And she played Mrs. Potts.
And long overdue, sitting on the dock of the Walk of Fame, Otis Redding with a posthumous honor. In the category of radio, Angie Martinez. I did no research, no idea. In the category of sports entertainment, which for some reason Jim Nantz didn't qualify for, is Jim Nantz not who I think he is? He's the sports guy, right?
That's what I thought.
But they put him in motion pictures? This is funny. In the category of sports entertainment, we have Billie Jean King. What's the word I'm looking for? Women's tennis.
Yeah, maybe I messed this up. This is, I'm gonna have to look into this now.
All right. Well, you.
How is it spelled? Can you give me the spelling?
Jim.
Huh?
Oh no, it's television, not motion pictures. So yeah,
Okay.
That's fine. So they put sports on the field in the sports category. Off the field, they put in television.
Okay.
In the broadcast booth. You're good. You're good. And also in sports entertainment, not in acting, Carl Weathers.
Yeah, that one was interesting too, because I had that's the one where I'm like, wait a minute, from The Mandalorian and from Arrested Development, I'm like, am I confusing him with somebody? So I had to like look it up, and no, he was a football player.
He was, but that is not why he's on.
I mean, like, that's like if Michael Strahan got one, would you put him under sports because he played for the Giants and won a Super Bowl? Or are you going to be like, oh no, that guy's all over my television on ABC all day, every day?
I'm guessing they're putting him in essentially as Apollo Creed more than Carl Weathers, and that's why he's in the sports category. I'm guessing that's very interesting. And finally, in the category of what they're saying, we have Chair and Walk of Famer Ellen Kay. All right, that is your 2024 class of the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Are there any of these that stick out to you as so wonderful? I'm so happy about that. Other than Chadwick Boseman, which is just way too easy.
I mean, I love Ken Jeong. I think of him more for. I think Hangover is kind of his breakthrough role, but yeah, of course, anyone on Community is going to get my vote.
I like Kevin Feige getting some huge recognition. Still, probably relatively early in his career. If I would not be surprised if his best days are ahead of him. Yeah, I would not be surprised if his best days are ahead of him. And yet here he is getting on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Way to go! That is next year's class. No dates or anything for when these people will be honored, but very exciting. Thank you for letting us know, committee. All right, yeah, that is odd for Weathers. That is so funny. Let's see. We have a new featurette for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which is almost here, coming out Friday.
Well, yeah, I mean, technically.
Which means what? Like
Thursday.
Wednesday afternoon? Is that how we've gotten up to?
By some point, it'll just be like, it comes out Friday, but we have showing starting at noon on Monday.
This is a new featurette they've called Behind the Action. And based on the first frame, it's a backstage look at the making of this movie. For only a minute and 43 seconds, let's watch. Not on mute.
And action.
Harrison wants things to be real.
It's gonna hurt, but he's gonna do it anyway. Nobody's gonna believe it. Action is an essential element of what an Indiana Jones film is. Our goal was to do as much as we could for real.
You just feel like anything could happen. Hold on!
When you're able to keep it real, that feels more visceral for the audience.
Harrison still has that brash indie attitude.
Get back!
There's so much action and spectacle in this film, but also it's got heart.
Please allow me to introduce myself.
It's not just action for action's sake. You can see a human experience.
I like the hat, by the way. Makes you look at least 2 years younger.
I'm having more fun than I really should. So don't tell anybody. Okay. Thanks. Nice seeing you folks.
I feel like they found a way to make him happy 3 times during the filming of this, and they made sure to use all 3 times. Does he strike you as kind of a bit of a grumpy guy?
Yeah, famously, like he used to hate Star Wars and
Yeah, one of those
wanted
guys.
out. That's why he's frozen in carbonite. They weren't sure that we were going to get him back.
If you are an Indiana Jones fan and looking to buy some stuff, Hasbro Pulse are going to have their fan stream tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm sure Mike Celestino will be watching that in case you can't and reporting on all the fun stuff that they tell us is coming. But what exactly are these Hasbro Pulse fan streams, Kyle?
What are they? Is that true?
That's what I asked. Yeah.
They basically just debut, show off a bunch of new stuff. Sometimes it's available for pre-order right away. Sometimes it's a longer look or a tease. That's basically it. Is they just show a bunch of toys.
I was listening to a podcast, Tech Stuff, talking about what happened to E3. Right, I think it was E3, and they said a big part of what happened to E3 is the internet and the vendors just saying, we don't need you, we're just going to do a live stream or a stream and announce our stuff ourselves. We don't have to go to some big event and pay tens of thousands of dollars. So yeah, if you want to support the downfall of E3, watch the Hasbro Pulse fan stream tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Let's see, fun little item, Lilo and Stitch live action movie. That's not the fun part. Yet another live action adaptation, but Jason Lee, who voiced David, Lilo's brother, apparently is going to have a small cameo in the role, which is kind of nice. He says, I got a little small part. They threw me some bones, and I said, yeah, absolutely, in any capacity. I just wanted to be a part of it, so it's a 3-day cameo, and I think it will be fun. I'm playing the luau manager. I get to see the kids. I get to see the kid that's playing my character that I voiced, David, and I'll get to see Lilo, and I'll get to see Nani, the new people, the actors that are playing them, so it'll be fun. Really nice. Story. I think. Oh, Jodie Benson, of course. They do this a lot. Jodie Benson had a cameo in The Little Mermaid, which was really nice. Always nice of them to do that. An easy way to make the fans happy. Let's see.
Called fan service, do we?
Is that the term for it? Fan service? I'm not sure that's a term I like. Have you seen these new Citizen watches?
I have not yet.
So we got a press release just this morning on these Citizen watches. What they don't say in the press release is when they go on sale or if they're on sale already.
Yeah, I have bones to pick with Citizen.
Let's hear it. Wait, time out. Hold on 1 second.
namely the fact that they showed off a really cool Epcot 40th anniversary watch, and it was apparently released and sold out right away. I've never seen anyone say that they bought it or own it or anything. And also, even if that is the case, why so few? It looked great. Why do you not want money? Do you not like money? So yes, they do a great job of they do a nice job of designing these expensive watches, but you just don't know how to sell the watches, and that's really the most important part.
I think they sell it well. This is how they're selling the Cinderella watch, and this
except they didn't tell you when it comes out or how to buy it. So no, they didn't. They sold you on it. They just didn't sell it to you.
You took the sale. You just didn't make the sale. So this is the Cinderella watch, modeled very nicely. And a little closer look at the watch. It also comes with a nice glass slipper on pillow pin for only $450 from Citizen. They also have a wrong link. Come on, Doobie. Did you feel? No, right link. They also have a Little Mermaid watch, Ariel. You see that there? Can we get a better look at that? Yeah, how about that? Really cute. And they also have an Ursula watch, which comes also, both of these also come with a pin. Sorry, click the button. So all of these are $450, and all of these are on sale at some point. Yeah, that is weird that they don't include that in the press release.
I hope those are diving watches.
I don't know. Who's the Boss? If you're a fan of Mike Celestino, we invite you to check out his latest episode of Who's the Boss podcast.
If you're a fan of Mike Celestino, maybe go check out yesterday's Parks talk and rethink.
I didn't say that.
No, he was great. No, I'm excited. He's gonna be on DTL tonight, as you alluded to, and I'm very excited for that. I won't even forget, and I'll be on time tonight.
So Who's the Boss? He interviews his most common guest, David Murto, and they are really stretching here as they are talking about When Harry Met Sally. It's a Rob Reiner romantic comedy. You all know When Harry Met Sally, but it co-stars Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher, as Meg Ryan's best friend. So in addition to talking about all of the Star Wars news and such, they are talking about When Harry Met Sally, which has maybe the most famous scene in the history of cinema.
We're not going to talk about it.
It's a possibility. We're not talking about it, but it's a possibility. It's the most famous scene in the history of cinema.
That's a good question. I mean, I think in a comedy, perhaps, or let's even narrowing it, romantic comedy, 100%.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, non-action scene, I think it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
it's on the list. It's in the top 10. It's getting a star on the Walk of Fame.
In the sports category.
Yeah. It's kind of a sport.
And yet, we're not going to talk about it.
Fake. Another Seinfeld reference.
Yes. Getting awfully close there. If you are a fan of Mike Celestino or Indiana Jones, we are combining all of our stories today into tonight's edition of Disney Trivia Live, where Mike Celestino will be joining us, co-hosting two contests, one themed to Indiana Jones and the other themed to something Mike will make up between now and 7:30 p.m. this evening. So looking forward. We haven't had a guest host in a long time, and Mike Celestino is always very, very interesting. He has promised us he can stay for the entire show, so we're excited about that little detail. And he made this graphic on his own. So
he's not going to have. So does that mean he's not going to have a guest host step in?
You know what? I don't know the details, so I shouldn't say that. But even if he has a guest host, I hear he's going to be backstage producing, so he'll still be there. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So I'm excited. I want to be surprised. It's always good to be surprised. That's 7:30 p.m. Pacific on this very YouTube channel. Make sure you check, like, subscribe, ring the bell.
Ring the belly.
You would like notifications. One, I don't even want to call it serious because it's more of a celebration. We all know Rolly Crump passed away not too long ago, and they recently had a celebration of life. And I just wanted to, dang it, you stupid thing, show some pictures. Sorry. Yeah, we're excited. Oh yeah, Gio won't be there tonight because it's Tuesday. They'll have to watch it later. Celebration of life. So these are some pictures from Jeff Heimbuck. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, from that event. And like I said, not really a sad occasion. This looks like a good time. Celebrating, there's Bob Gurr there, celebrating the life of one of Disney's greatest Imagineers, and certainly one of his greatest characters, Rolly Crump. So just wanted to make sure we mentioned that today. And I think that's all the news. Let me do a quick news check. You do too, Kyle? Anything come up?
By the way.
Yeah, it didn't need a whoop 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 because
I know.
it wasn't a sad story. It was a celebration. Okay, I understand that.
It's bonus.
Bonus Jonas. Forgot to watch my
I didn't forget to watch.
celebrity.
We just could not get reception, so that'll be a something we watch later today after we watch our shows for our conversation with our friends.
You know what I did watch yesterday? Just,
What did you watch yesterday?
Needed something on. Cinderella, 1950. Put it on Disney Plus. Nice to have it there. So if you see it trending today, you know why.
Well, now you can watch.
Right.
I think 2015 was just on the Wonderful World of Disney on Sunday night.
I like that a lot. I'm a fan of the live action. I really wanted to see the original. You know what also I realized watching that? It's a lot of physical humor. Just a lot of non-verbal physical stuff happening. Goes on for a long time, which is not my favorite kind of stuff, but it was still very enjoyable. All right. I wanted to give you a suggestion from streaming today. Nothing to suggest. Nothing worth suggesting at all. So, actually, there's only one show on there. And it's not something I want to suggest. It is National Pineapple Day, Kyle. So give me your favorite thing related to Disney and pineapple.
Oh, it's a Disney and pineapple. Okay. I mean, I know what you want me to say.
Of course.
I mean, it's the most obvious thing.
And
I like the idea. You know what? I'm glad that Dole Whips exist and make people happy.
Wow. That's such a backhander. Do you not like Dole Whips?
Not really. Like I've said before, I think, and apparently there is somewhere where you could get this, but the first time I had one, I was expecting it to be like vanilla and pineapple, and instead it's either one bite's super pineapple, and then the next is very bland, just cream or whatever. Thing. It's not really like a flavored cream. It's just like
Right.
the pineapple is flavor. So yeah. So
That's what makes it great.
Vanilla. So I think the vanilla will go nice with the pineapple. But yeah, I just think it's either too bland. One bite's bland. One bite's too much.
That sounds like Kyle to me. All right, let's move on then. We have no. Oh, my pocket pick. Did I have a pocket pick? I had something pocket pick related. I totally forgot. I'm sorry, but I'm going to get it.
It's okay. We haven't moved on yet. Are you doing?
I'm telling you to talk.
Okay. Well, I was too busy obsessed with you. I thought you were doing like a League of Their Own, trying to advise us on pitching or something. Doobie's going to find a clip. I'm going to keep looking on Twitter to see if there's anything. We got a new trailer for oh wait, I didn't even think about this aspect of it, Doobie. I think we have some breaking news. So let me hit that. We have a new poster for the next season of Futurama. It's coming back. It ended perfectly, and they're bringing it back for more on Hulu starting July 24th. The new season kicks off, and they gave us a poster along with the trailer. But the poster is the important part on this show. Now, you might be thinking, how is it a poster if it's a show and they're not hanging this anywhere? It's just a JPEG. Well, yeah, you're right. It's a JPEG, but it's a poster. There it is. With Leela's got a blaster, and Fry has a blow dryer, and Bender is back, and the rest of them are in the transport tube, including I think that's Zap Brannigan there near the bottom, and then Nibbler, and the professor, and I just forgot his name, but yeah, Amy and Zoidberg, and
I've never seen Futurama. Does it cross? Are these just like the guy in red? Is that the same character from The Simpsons?
It's not the same character, no, but they're drawn by the same person, which is why you can see the similarities. Yes, it's created by Matt Groening originally, which is why it says from the creator of The Simpsons at the top.
Is that why it says that? All right. Yes, we do have one of these, so let's do it. Pocket pick. We've got one. It's been a while. This one was sent to us by myself. This is from Gray's World, and it's kind of funny, but the funniest part to me comes right after.
That's beautiful.
Okay. I didn't want to say it, but they have it.
No, stop.
They have this in Epcot.
You can't keep doing this.
They based it off this one. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. They have it. Epcot has everything. I keep telling you guys this. We didn't need to come here. We could have just done a half day at Epcot.
Yeah, but we're in Venice. We're in Venice, Italy.
They have a Venice Pavilion there.
I think that's funny. The very first, the top comment there, at least when I looked this morning, was from at Disney Parks. And it said, I mean, he's not wrong. I thought that was great.
Is that on your list?
I mean, he's not wrong? No, not yet. No.
Okay.
Give it time.
Put it on the movie radar.
I like some of these comments. The one at Epcot is a newer Model 2. I don't see a Guardians ride in Venice. Me in New Orleans. Wow, it looks just like New Orleans Square. Yeah, I did that. Disney fans are the best. Okay.
Well,
sorry.
When I went to Paris and saw the Eiffel Tower, I was like, oh, it's not bent. Weird.
Portion of the program where Kyle has to figure out what happened on this day in Disney history. I will give him the year, sometimes some clues. Sometimes he's so smart he knows it right away. Sometimes he's so dumb that he never gets it at all. Kyle, on this day in 1938, the same year my mother was born, this actress was born. Also known, you know it?
Again, sometimes I cover with my hand and I still see things that you did not block. So I think this was Catherine Beaumont.
Yeah, I was a little late turning it white today. Catherine Beaumont, the voice of Alice, the voice of Wendy.
I didn't see anything else though.
Okay, born on this day.
At least not on your sheet.
I like her. I think I've met her, but I know I know plenty of people who've met her. I'm a Catherine Beaumont fan. She's older than this now. This is back when she did the voice of Alice, I believe. On this day in 1966, maybe, at least as far as fanboys like us are concerned, maybe the best showrunner, show creator of our time. I'm trying not to give you an actual show because I don't give it away right away.
Okay, so wait, born in 66?
Yes.
Okay, so wow, they're younger than my
Disney
dad.
Disney company credits, other credits, Disney, yeah, definitely Disney credits.
Okay. Best showrunner. Hard time. Because when you say that, I immediately am thinking like, your boys, like Carlton.
So he did not run that show, but he's kind of
JJ?
creative with creating that show. Yes. J.J. Abrams, born on this day in 1966. The Lost Man, love J.J. Also did the Return of the Force of the Awakening and Star Wars
Alias.
universe. Alias, of course. The Rise of Skywalker. So many Disney credits, so many non-Disney credits.
Yeah, Rise of Skywalker.
Super 8, a movie he made that I'm actually...
A movie. That was the first time I worked as an extra was on Super 8.
You're in Super 8?
I'm probably not in it, but I worked on it, and it was so secretive they wouldn't let it. They had a fake name. People on the set didn't know what it was, and I'm like, that's Super 8. It's this JJ movie, and I'm like, but I'm not going to come anywhere near him. And then the first scene that I'm in, I'm sitting on a bus, and JJ walks on. I'm like, oh, and Spielberg was there, just like hanging out.
You saw Spielberg too? And you have not seen the movie to see if you're actually made the set?
I highly doubt it.
Wow, that is a solid E.T. type movie. It's not really a grown-up movie, but it's one of those coming of ages or whatever you want to call it. I'm a big fan. A lot of lens flare in that movie. All right, on this day in 1979, a sequel came out. A sequel to a 1975 movie. Two bumbling outlaw wannabes, Amos and Theodore, who try to make it on their own without the help of their gang.
The not Apple Dumpling Gang?
The Apple Dumpling Gang rides again, starring two comedic geniuses, Tim Conway and Don Knotts. That's a classic. If you don't find that funny, there is something wrong with your funny bone. Not that I've ever seen it. On this day in 1966, this is not a Disney movie, but when I think of Disney, not a Disney label movie, it is a Disney movie, but when I think of Disney Michael Eisner coming in and doing the singles and the doubles, this is the first movie that always comes to mind.
What year?
1986.
86. Okay, I thought you said 66 at first. So
Touchstone.
Is it Splash?
It is not Splash. That was not a single double. That was a big movie.
Well, it's what I think of as Michael Eisner and Touchstone.
Another hint. The acting debut for Bill Pullman.
I don't know.
A couple
if he's
cheated,
in it.
A couple cheated by a vile businessman, kidnapped his wife in retaliation without knowing that the enemy is delighted they did.
Wow, I don't know.
Helping. Oh, Ruthless People. Bette Midler, Danny DeVito, Judge Reinhold.
Pretty sure that
Ruthless People.
Bill has a Touchstone and Beyond on this film.
I'm sure he does, yeah. I haven't seen that one, even though I'm a big fan of Judge Reinhold and Danny DeVito, and I think of it as the singles and doubles.
The quintessential.
I've never watched it. On this day in 1997, what was Disney's animated feature that year?
Hercules.
Good job. Stop doing that. There you go. Hercules. Danny DeVito, also in this. This is Danny DeVito Day here on this day in Disney history. On this day in 1998, we have a Disney Channel original movie. Man leaves his fortune to his dog and its psychiatrist.
Benji, Breitbart story.
Yeah, I never heard of this. It is called You Lucky Dog, starring Kirk Cameron and...
I was going to say, that is Kirk Cameron.
and at least one dog. Were you an extra in this? You're not an extra in this. We got two more today. On this day in 2014, a show debuted on Disney Channel. Not a movie, a show. I'm pretty sure you're a pretty big fan of this show. Or at least the show it's a spinoff of.
The 2014?
Yes.
I don't think I'd be watching Disney Channel in 2014.
Well, you're certainly a fan of the show it spun off of.
Okay.
One of the main characters, at least in the original show, is named after a city you probably used to live pretty close to.
So
that's a dumb clue.
It's not Burbank. It's
maybe a canyon.
Okay. Girl Meets World.
Girl Meets World. Good job on this day in 2014.
Topanga Canyon. Yes.
Yeah. Finally, in 2014, also a Disney Channel original movie. A bright teenager named Zoe, struggling with changes in life, including a new family and school, finds a phone app that magically allows her to control boys. Starring Zendaya.
That was Shake It Up?
Oh, it's not Shake It Up. That was her show. This is
a
movie.
One. Oh, is this a movie? Okay, Zapped, yeah.
Zapped. That is what happened on this day in Disney history. Kyle, let's see, won, but he cheated. Give him that one. Give him that one.
Wait,
give him that one straight out.
I saw another anniversary thing today, and it seems like it would be on the list for 2008.
Really? What was it?
Well, this is fun. It's a movie. It's a Pixar movie.
I don't like doing it this way.
It's a Pixar movie that perhaps some people named Eugene think is overrated.
Ratatouille? WALL-E?
Another movie.
WALL-E?
WALL-E.
Okay, I think I did see that. I think it had its El Cap debut, but I do the general release.
Okay.
Yeah, the El Cap host a special included. Oh no, I don't know. It's not worth me sitting here silently to try to figure out. But anyway, all right, WALL-E, this day in 2008. We'll go with it. Sorry I missed that. And do I get credit for getting it right?
You do. I laid on the hints, but
it is this day. It just was worded very weirdly in the thisdayindisneyhistory.com, which is my source for all of these. Thank you, thisdayindisneyhistory.com. All right, we're going to do a quick check of everything. Yes, that explains that, Gio. Quick check of things and see if we're done. And if we're done, we're done. Don't see anything there. I don't see anything new on our site. Fantastic Tuesday.
It is a fantastic Tuesday.
Showing us
we used to
those,
have back on for that?
Yes, those D23 member pins that we showed yesterday.
Including one for the anniversary of Wally.
Put it in, Kyle. Put it in. It's worded so weirdly.
No, it's fine. I know. Yeah, that's the problem when I was trying to look at to see how badly opening for Elemental ranked, and it's like, oh well, I guess it's lower than this because it opened at one theater and made only this many $100,000s of dollars. A lot of things with the Disney animated movies too. It's like, yeah, it opened at 200,000. I'm like, come on, you know what I really
Okay, I just posted. Yeah, let's show this. This is kind of fun. One more article before we say goodbye today. There is some incredible themed merchandise over at the Contemporary Resort that our guys got to look at recently.
Imagine that.
So, there you go. You like that, Kyle? Loungefly. Right?
That's pretty nice.
Headband. Do you like headbands?
It depends. Sometimes they get a little tight and are painful. I thought this was supposed to be like the year. Like it looks like the 2 and a 0.
It totally does. I see. Yeah, so that's pretty funny. A tumbler, and there you go. Contemporary Incredibles fits right in because that is kind of the IP for the Contemporary these days. Everything needs an IP.
Gotta have IP.
All right, I think we're done. As Kyle said, go through it again. What is For Show Tuesday?
For Show Tuesday. In about an hour and 15 minutes, we're going to have Jeremiah live in Magic Kingdom with Tony holding down the fort at the LPHQ East. And then at 4 o'clock Pacific, we're going to have Rebecca and Rebecca talk about merchandise with Barely Necessities. So tune in for that. And then at 7:30, Disney Trivia Live. It's trivia sometimes with special guest host Mike Celestino and perhaps others. We'll find out.
Can't wait to see everybody. Please make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, choose notifications. Always find out when we're live. Kyle and I'll be back here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Until then,